Tony's right. How are you? I am gonna adjust this. Head honcho is outside now because it's summertime officially. My hair is in a bun. This looks like a fake piece of hair. Oh my god, that looks terrible. It's not though. It's my hair. My hair. Okay, so this video is kind of like gonna be one of those like chatty videos, which is like every fucking video because I don't do a whole bunch of stuff. But I had a video I was gonna post like last week and I kind of like forgot the time and I just like didn't. But it's just the two like magazine books that I got. So yeah, so it's July, it's going to mid-July, and that means we're inching closer to fall 2025. So I am excited for fall 2025 because it officially marks my thesis year, and I'm like, I'm like getting happier about it. As I was ending second year, I kind of was like very anxious about what my future was, and I didn't know and all that kind of shit, and I was like, oh my god, like what am I gonna do? Because for right now, I've been doing like more internship, federal work study type things, and I wanted like a secure job. So I have like I have like three things going on. I have like an internship, I have like my federal work study job, and then I have my part-time job. And so once I go back to school, it'll get reshuffled and stuff like that. And I'm like looking for other opportunities as well because it's just, that's how I am. So, but right now, like good place in my life, just thinking it out. And so I have a lot less anxiety about what I want to do because I kind of figured out what I really actually like to do, and a lot of it centers on writing, publishing, creativity and stuff like that, going in that realm, and kind of like fully accepting that that's where I am. You know who you are, this thing. I have yet to shave the thing. But I definitely kind of really know where I want to go with my life. And I don't know, I feel like it took for fucking ever. And sometimes I wish I was one of those people that was like at 21, 22, knew where I wanted to go, because this would make a lot easier of a process if like I did. So yeah, basically I do want to stay in like publishing. I do want to stay in all this other stuff. So what I'm going to do is start releasing, I guess, the videos about my plans post graduation, which was law school. And so I'll start posting those videos. It's going to be essentially like a 2-year-ish journey from now, because I don't want to do it like fall 2026. I just kind of like want to chill out. And I'm also deciding on whether or not I want to do like a dual degree program now. And I'm like, ugh, do I want to do that? But a dual degree program, and we'll kind of like see how that goes. But yeah, things are clicking into place more and more. I feel like more secure. The only thing is like I want to keep working on the job security bit, so when I graduate, like I have what I want to do like lined up and shit like that. But that's about it with that. But I am excited for thesis year because I think I'm in this space where I want to like write again, because I started reading again, and I have some chapbook ideas. There's some deadlines I'm trying to see if I can make. We'll see how that goes, but I'm in the space of wanting to like write again and express myself, and I'm reading again, which also lets me know that I'm not like stressed, or I'm not unfocused, you know, like I actually am sitting down to do stuff, and I feel like I am picking up the books that I like bought, because that was another thing. Like I had bought books and I was like considering buying more books, and I was like, I really should read some of the books that I have that are poetry related. And so I started reading 2 books. I finished one, and I'm gonna do a video about that next. And then I have one that I started, and I think I'm gonna finish it in like a few days. I just really want to read more and more. My like weekly reading challenge is like shot to hell. But yeah, I feel like I've consistently like read at least once a month or something like that. So I'm happy about it. It's informing my work. I'm kind of contemplating what my work is more and more. And I started doing that in my second year because I feel like once you graduate, of course you'll write and you'll grow and you'll change your topics and your issues and things that you want to do. But I think knowing what you actually like to write about is very important, because I kind of just feel like in the creative space with art, with music and stuff like that, we create for the consumer, like the validation of the consumer. And yes, that's very important. If you want to market yourself and sell things, you have to like create the market, or like there has to be a market for what you want. But I think that art in general, like the broad spectrum of what art is so broad in terms of people's interests that you'll likely find a niche for what you want. Now, is it a paying niche? I don't know, but it's a niche that you can kind of like market to and be in, you know, have some sort of community with, share your work, interact with others, teach others, learn from others, stuff like that. So I kind of been contemplating the topics, like, you know, the one word, you know, topics that I like to talk about. So I'm like getting more into what they are, and I'm becoming more interdisciplinary with my writing, and so I'm interested in going in that direction. So that's pretty much it. I have like a month and a half ish left. We go back to school essentially the end of August, and then I'll be full force. I have 3 classes. I've been taking 3 classes for the last 2 semesters, and essentially I'm going to be taking 3 classes up until I graduate. So we'll have done 4 of my 6 semesters, 3 classes, and that is because I wanted to graduate within the 3-year period. That was just very important to me, because that kind of stuff throws me off. It throws me off in terms of timing, right? Because then I would have to be here next semester. But also funding wise, it throws you off. And then like timing wise for what the other stuff I want to do, like law school and stuff like that, it throws me off for that. Even though I'm really considering taking a gap year from anything, kind of considering taking a gap year from anything, I still just don't want to. I just don't want to have like a semester where I'm just doing like work from this degree. And I just kind of feel like for me personally, this degree is not a 4-year degree. Like this degree is not a 4-year degree for me. Based on like what kind of person I am. If the program is 2 years, it's 2 years. If it's 10 weeks, it's 10 weeks. The only thing that I extended was my massage thing. And that was only because I switched program day to night. And then I had to pay off the balance. It took me a while to get a loan to pay off the balance. Outside of that, I try to meet the deadline of when stuff is due. Like, I try to meet the deadline because I don't got time to be, like, trapped in this, like, vortex of, like, experiences. So, yeah, I'm really excited for Thesis. I don't have any ideas of what I want that to be, which is kind of good because the teacher I have really doesn't want you to come in with, like, just preset ideas, just because if you get too hardened on what the topic is, you're going to be writing into that, and that may stifle your creativity versus allowing it to kind of like flow, you know? So yeah, so the ideas that I have now, I don't really see being my thesis. I see them being like chapbook ideas that I put forth and try to like get published before then, because I also have to market this book. So if I can like get a chapbook out there and get buzz on my name beforehand, I can use that to market this stuff and then roll those experiences over, you know? So yeah, that is about it. Yeah, like I said, I'm really excited to write again. I'm really excited to kind of revisit my work, think about it. Another thing I'm gonna maybe aim for over the summer is the beginnings of an artist website. Or like one website, my writer's website, start to kind of develop that. I have a few templates on Canva, but I don't know if I want to use Wix or Squarespace or whatever. I like the aesthetic of Squarespace. However, I feel like I gotta be practical about this, because like I have to buy hosting and I have to buy a domain. because I wanted to be like basically mine. So I had to like consider that. And then the other thing is starting the literary magazine. I pushed that back until basically my graduation, till 2026, because I just felt like I wanted to take over one of the publications in the fall that the school runs. And so I like set the agenda for the entire year, the publication stuff, the themes and all that kind of shit. But I was like, I can't do my own personal project and this, and I'm actually really dedicated to that because I've spent 2 years on the team for that, and I want to finish out my complete 3rd year doing it. So that is kind of where I am in the process. I have things in motion and I want to keep those in motion, and so that just requires that to get put on the back burner, but I'll probably steadily just be working towards it for a 2026 launch date, somewhere in 2026, probably summerish time, aligning with more like Juneteenth. But that's my goal for that. But they got pushed to the back burner, and then there's other stuff I've been pushing to the back burner anyway. So that's about it. Thesis year is almost here, and it's kind of crazy because I just feel like, oh my god. Anyway, thank you for watching. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.